Hey folks, this is Bill Quain. This is a really important section. We've got four kind of short videos for you here. We've got some text that you can look at too to get more details. But this is about attracting and holding the right people. So important to building a sustainable event. And that's what we're trying to teach you how to do here is we're trying to teach you how to build an event that over time really achieves something. And to do that, you got to have the right people. And we're going to talk to you about three groups of people. We're going to talk to you about volunteers, participants, and sponsors, and just some of the special things you need to do to get the right people the first time and have them find more of the right people for you to build your event. So, now what makes a sustainable money generating charity event? Uh, the one of the keys is, as we said, attracting the right people. So step number one is you want to attract the right people the first year and then grow your brand in that market, because that's so important. You get the right people the first time, they're going to tell other people, and it's going to build. Now once you know the kind of people that you want to attract, what you want to do is you want to create an event that builds loyalty and commitment from those people, because you're going to give them something they can't get someplace else. And once they become loyal, they're going to spread that word, and they're going to help develop other loyal people for you. Can you see how this is building blocks here? These are building blocks for creating a sustainable and successful money raising event. All right, now, as we said, there are three groups you're going to go after here: volunteers, participants, and sponsors. So let's talk a little bit about volunteers first. And I'm going to give you a whole section on each of these three, but let's just talk about volunteers first. There are three kinds of volunteers. Uh, you're going to get volunteers who have some kind of personal connection to the cause or charity. Uh, and you know that because whatever your cause or charity is you're working with, you've got people who, for some reason, want to have a personal connection. Maybe they have a relative who was affected by this or whatever, and maybe they are personally, and they want to give back to this. Second subgroup of volunteers is you're going to have community-minded individuals, and these are great people. These are just people whose idea of giving back is to give back within their community and or within a community, and they'll help build, and they're great people to have. And then finally, one class of volunteers that oftentimes gets overlooked are people who are volunteering in order to get credit. And this could be any number of people. It could be, Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, for example, who are getting a merit badge. It could be high school students who are doing service things, or college students. And that's another group that you really can use, and they're great to have. Now, the second group we're after here is participants. And there are two subgroups of participants. One are people who are somehow connected to the cause, but they don't want to be a volunteer. They want to come participate in the event. You're going to hear a lot from Janine Norris, who is my sister, who has At Least Kids and Cupid's Cranium, the 5K run. I've got a personal connection to that because Janine's daughter, who was affected with a pediatric brain tumor, is my niece. And but my brother and my sisters and I come every year, and we run or do the walk. We dress up in costumes, so we participate in the event. Uh, the other kind of participants you're going to get are people who are just out to enjoy the event, and that's the thing about doing a charity fundraising event is you make your event enjoyable and memorable, and we're going to show you how to brand it and everything else. And now you get participants who are just people, and man, that's an unlimited market for you, and so you really want them. All right, now sponsors. Oh, these individuals are so important for you, and attracting the right kinds of sponsors is essential, especially for sustainability of your event. But you can really leverage the amount of money you're able to give to your cause. Uh, so sponsors, uh, there are, we think of them as being companies or organizations, but don't forget, uh, individuals can be sponsors, and also companies are still made up of individuals. So don't appeal to the company. Appeal to the person at the company who makes the decision as to whether they will, donate or become a sponsor. Now, there's three things that sponsors can give you. And sometimes we forget about all three of these. Number one, they can give you cash, which is great. We love love to have cash to pay off expenses at the event, or to have it go straight to the donation part of the fundraiser. They can give you merchandise or services. Uh, you know, uh, you could have a restaurant that could supply food. You could have, uh, you could have a race company that's donating time to help judge the race or that kind of stuff. And then finally, you have companies and organizations that can donate the time and talents of their people or members to work at your event or to be entertainment or whatever it happens to be. So look for all three of these areas when you're looking for sponsors. Now, the important thing is to learn to keep these groups happy. It's just, it's that's the way to grow your event there. Never take anybody for granted, whether they're volunteer, uh, a participant, or a sponsor. You need them all for a successful event. And remember that each one of these groups needs special attention. You need to make them feel like this event is just a perfect event for them.